السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد النبي الأمي وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Dear brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome all of you with your program Fatwa Life that came to you on Monday from which is the 26th of May from Mishkan Center in Houston, Texas. The first question today: is it allowed to get the zakat, the money, to buy a medical equipment, to put it in a public hospital? It will serve the majority of the public with all its religions and classes. Or we have to do it only for the Muslims only? The answer, that what are you talking about? It's a noble act. But it has to be from the charities, the public charities, not from the obligatory zakah. Again, this is a very noble action that is highly rewarded, but it has to be from that public charity, not from the obligated zakah. Because the zakah, it has to be taken from the rich Muslims and written back to the poor. That's from the Prophet Muhammad when he sent Mu'adh to Yemen, that he told him to tell the people of Yemen that Allah has obligated the zakah, the charity, to be taken from the rich and to be given to their poor. If they obeyed you, don't take the best of their money, and be careful of the supplication of the transgressed. There is nothing, no guardian, nothing between it and Allah. Allah Azza wa Jal had decided who those money is going to. He said for the poor, the needy, those who work on it, and those who are suffering with their hearts, and those who are prisoner of war, and those who have debt, and the sake of Allah Azza wa Jal, meaning jihad. Another question from Canada. The lady is asking, in Canada, a woman, she works to follow the pregnancy of women, and even though studying and work, it has to be done with so different religions. And you're talking about kids that you're going to get through those pregnant women, not all the marriage, some they're through a legitimate relationship. Is there any sin if working that? No. Let's just say no, because medicine is something that you give to the good, the bad, the righteous, the disbeliever, the believer. Their religion has to be done with Allah Azza wa Jal. Another question about e-commerce. He sells through social media. He don't have or own or hold the product. He only buy it when he agree with the customer, and he will buy it from him, and he send it to him through some shipping company. And that under the do not sell what you don't own, that is forbidden in trade. Hakim al-Hazam asked the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, no, same question. I go to the market and I will sell it to him. He said, oh Hakim, do not sell what you don't have. But there is a solution for this. The American Muslim Jurists Association said the ways that makes it permissible to sell through internet or social media, and I'll tell you exactly what the decision, and you know the answer. The first one, the normal selling, you sell something after you own it, and you take the guarantee in between. And the salam, which is to sell something that is described, is different from installment. Because you are getting the product, but you delay the paying. But here, no, it's the other way around. So that's why you sell it as cheaper. And the way you apply it you you put on your website the products that you can guarantee to the customer. After describing it and where it's not going to be uh, um, unknown, and then he will guarantee that it's going to be delivered to him after he pays for it. The other one, which is to be on commission, to continue the deal for a specific fee and to take a commission as long as the person who's paying, he knows, and it has nothing, no tricks, no deception or anything like that. The fourth way, you'll be representative uh, of the seller, so you will sell it to whomever is looking for it, and that's the best one is the salam if it fulfilled its conditions. Allah alam, which is the first one we took. Follow-up question: someone who study medicine, and he's talking about um, dental, and he said we learn a lot from the morgue, and we cover as much as we can, and that's how we learn. What about those corpses that was not buried? I mean, not buried. It's not been uh, taking care of the rest of the Muslim corpses. Some that are stolen. Some we don't even know the identity of the deceased. We used to say, "May Allah have mercy on him." We used to feel sorry for them. How are we going to be free from any responsibility toward Allah? The answer, if it is in the Muslim countries, it is corpses that's been preyed on. This is what happened in Muslim countries. No, uh, no corpse will go to the cemetery without being uh, buried. I mean, before it was preyed on and stuff like that. Even if it is stolen, because if they do it after the corpse has been buried, then it's been already. Uh, so it's probably it happened after it was buried and it was prayed on. But we should not play and deal with it within the necessities. Same way, the like a question about somebody whose brother died in a mysterious way. The federal government didn't give us the body yet because they have to do the process of opening up and find the way why is after they found out why it died after 3 days. We asked that the process will go through so we know why he died, because the answer from the police is not convincing. He always complained about the police treatment to him. So, what do we do? Well, nothing wrong with asking the in opening the body, so you will find what is the cause of death. But has to be within the necessities, so they will not manipulate the corpse. If it is for someone who's known, with a condition that he permitted for his death, that his body will be open, or his inheritance will allow that. In both ways, you have to bury all parts of the body. And there's different decisions from all fiqh places the same way. In Saudi Arabia, they say it's allowed to open the human body to verify a crime or a disease because of all the necessities that is there. And you could do it for the people who are not within the people of the protected uh, for learning and so on, and also to know the reason why the death happened or the crime that was committed. When the judge don't know the reason of death, and that's the only way to find out why the person died or how he died. Also to check on the diseases, if there is any diseases, calamity, epidemic, or anything that require that part, to take all types of protection. Also to teach medicine as the condition in this question, and Allah knows the best. A woman from France, she's asking, she knows in France they don't allow them to do the udhiyah. If any person take the money for the udhiyah for somebody in a different area, is that enough? Is it that he could be considered like he did that? A lot of people doing this. They take it to Morocco and they slaughter over there on their behalf. The answer, originally, that the udhiyah has to be slaughtered in the area where it is he lives. So he will witness it and he will eat from it. And he could represent somebody else in a different country to help those who are in calamities or to bring happiness to a family or others, with the conditions of the udhiyah, the, the timing, and also the age, because it has to be after the Eid at the time of the representative from the lamb and ram is like 6 months, from goats is 1 year, the cows 2 years, and the camels 5 years. The the ladies are saying, I don't understand exactly. I cannot make udhiyah. Can I send it to somebody in Morocco and he will make the udhiyah? And does he do it in his name or my name? I don't do it in here, and I cannot send money. Well, my daughter, Allah Azza wa Jal did not obligate you more than what you cannot burden. So the udhiyah is a sunnah. If you do it, you get reward. If you didn't, you will not be sent. But you're saying if you are capable, but you are not allowed in France. Even though I don't like this introduction, because to say France and all of it, East and West, does not allow the udhiyah, that is something I think disputed. I am sure it is done in certain areas for slaughtering. Otherwise, the Muslims, they eat the meat in there, and there's a lot of groups that they have their own farms. So to put it in that way, it's something to, it's, but anyway, let's say, take your word on face value. So there is nothing wrong of representing in the slaughtering of the udhiyah. You send money and you tell the representative to buy it, have the age and the timing after Eid. If he did that, then he have done his udhiyah. Alhamdulillah. Now some people say we want to send it to needy places or under siege. We cannot slaughter ourselves, or so we send money and they buy meat. So we say this is a different worship, but it's not the udhiyah. It is the helping the needy and to take care of the orphans and the widows and the needy, because you are like the one who's fighting the sake of Allah, who's fasting but not break his fast or staying at night. But it will not the reward of udhiyah, but it will be a different type of reward, as I mentioned. The following question: what is about the when we have in the dowry, but we leave the deferred to a different words? And the first one is the first meeting, and he didn't pay nothing, and he left about paying later. So when she found that he insisted on divorce, he refused to give her the dowry because she is the one who wants the divorce. Even he told her that he's capable to marry somebody else. So what's the rule in here? So I say, my daughter or my son, the dowry is the right that is protected. You have to give it to her completely and should not be disputed about. Allah said, and give you the woman their dowries as a nihla. If you like something and they wanted to give it to you, then eat it, no problem. And if you want to replace a spouse over the other one and give one of them a whole bunch, don't take nothing back. You take it wrongfully, and how could you take it when you have opened yourself to each other? Allah taken a very severe covenant, a very tight covenant. So if you want to have another wife, don't take from the first one, no matter how much she has. Because the dowry is from what is the intercourse that happens. And Allah said, how could you take it and you already have opened up to each other? And the dowry, you can do it early or defer it. And you can defer it completely. And it all depends on the agreement between them. And the wife deserves the complete dowry, deferred or as soon as he insulated with her the right way. And we look at the timing for the deferred. The deferred is a loan that has to be done, one of the rights of the woman on her husband. And to take it, it depends on the condition on the contract. Or what is known in the culture that is known to them. So if no time, then it will be allowed with one of the either death. So Ibn Qayyim said that you defer some of it that you all agreed on, even though they're not specify when. If he said 100 now, 100 deferred, you cannot ask for it. It's death or divorce. And in the Muslim countries, it will be said the deferred, it has to be through divorce or the death. If he refused, then she could hold herself until he gives her. If he refused, then she had the right to for separation, and it'll be on his neck until forever. If he didn't harm her, so if she refused and she hated his living with him, then she could save herself and ask for khula and return back to him any dowry. A woman, she's asking, during the conditions, can you send cash for Ludhiyah? Because there's not enough animals to stop what they have with their. Well, we have said before, this is acceptable, but it's not the Udhiyah. The Udhiyah is slaughter. You provide it after the prayers on Eid al-Adha. It has a condition, the age and the timing. Whomever cannot do that, then he go from one of Udhiyah to the helping the needy and those who under calamity or stress or oppression. They'll be like the taking care of the orphans and the widows. As long no animal was bought and it's not slaughtered, then we are through a different worship. May Allah accept from all of you. May Allah have ease on our brothers and sisters everywhere. Can you do the laser and take all the wrinkles and the older age so you could look younger? Anyway, leaving the wrinkles or any plastic surgery in general, if it is necessary or needy, then it is allowed. Like uh, so the wrinkles, that is one of the things that you could say that it is it is not the norm. So the other one, which is because of the age, it is better to just use the not with the surgeries, because this is not necessary. This is complementary. Do we bury the corpse in the east or west? Is there anything closer to your relatives? No. My son or daughter, the person, he is supposed to be buried where he died. This is the action of the companions. And the Muslim kept burying their dead. Don't be sad if you are buried somewhere else. Because there is glad tidings. If you die out of your country, it will be measured from his birth until he died. That distance, it will be good for you at the day of judgment. It's a given from Allah Azza wa Jal as a reward. There is an exception if people, relatives are attached to the deceased. So originally, the person will be buried where he died. And it is okay to take care of the psychological part, emotional part for the families. You have mentioned whomever uh, who stay in a rental is doubtful. Where? Why? Why are you saying that? I never said that. If I said doubtful and I warn, uh, that mean I concerned that it is not accepted and the action is avoided? No. Please receive my words kindly. Do not change them. Just want you to be aware that the law to extend the rent is a social issue. The owner should be free to do whatever he wants in his real estate. Now, 1 year, either he will renew it, same price or more or less, or take it back from you. At the time, there was, and the family, they start, and some of the stuff is very much. It is wrong with all agreement of other religions. I have mentioned the way to get rid of it, that you try to uh, be kind to the owner and to give him, offer him the equal rent. So I never said of that the prayer is not accepted. I'm just warning that this is what I'm afraid of. Because you don't want to be staying in a place that is oppressed. The owner of the house, he promised that he will not renew. Uh, can the grandkids use the money they got into maintaining that apartment? This is something that's not obligatory. You return what you have. It's okay. If you spend money more than normal, if you improved and you, then you can. The he will be very happy to return it back to you, so he could his real estate. Can you make wudu in the sea? Yes. It is the pure water, and mean for. And the Prophet ﷺ said, "This is the one that is purified to water, and it is allowed to eat is dead, meaning the fish and so on and so forth." If the person cannot have kids, he wanted to adopt a child with the condition that it'll be breastfed. The 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 wife will be taking injections uh, to you because of the breastfeeding. Will it make it easy to register him that way? Like you have to tell everybody this is a child from breastfeeding, not from our lives. We live in Germany, and we cannot doubt it will happen. It's a beautiful question. The breastfeeding, it shows forbidden but not relationship. So the mother, she is the one who gave birth, because Allah said their mother is the one who gave birth to them, and the father is the one that the son has come from his water in a legitimate way. Because Allah said, and Allah did not make your leaders your fathers. That's your claiming within yourselves. Call them to their fathers. It is more pure to Allah. If you don't know them, then you brothers in religion. So the breastfeeding it will show it's forbidden, but it has to be 5 breastfed, or at least. It has to be during the time of breastfeeding, because Allah said, it is allowed to adopt if it is the only way to free the orphans, uh, to protect them from being adopted somewhere else. In Amja, they said the following: adoption, it is forbidden in Sharia. That does not contradict the guaranteed of the rights and social rights in all forms to the orphans and to the widows, no matter what their and they should be one of the closest things to Allah. So you can breastfeed the kid, and after that there is so many things that can be done because of the need. Also, it is allowed to register those who migrate from the orphans with the names of those who are taking care of them, if there's a way to stop the process. We're taking all precautions. So we conclude with the dua. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك.